Welcome to my faves and fails video. I love doing these videos because over a couple of months period of time, I don't do them every month, I take the products that rise to the top and I share them with you. And today I have quite a few things, and I do actually have one, what I'd call maybe not a fail, but definitely I wouldn't buy it again. So let's get right into it. So I'm Mona, I'm 54 from South Louisiana, and I love bringing you content that's going to help you spend your money better. Never trying to get you to buy something you can't afford or something that you don't need. I'm trying to give you the pros and cons and share with you my thoughts on things that have been thoroughly tested in case you're in the market for one of the similar types of products that I'm talking about, or you just want to splurge on yourself. If that sounds good, let's look at the products. Welcome if you're new, and thank you if you're returning. I do appreciate every single view and every single comment. So this week I have Aunt Sherry staying with me. So Aunt Sherry is one of my most favorite people, and Aunt Sherry is getting older and she is having issues with her health and issues with her mobility and issues with pain. And so I have this for her. I'm reviewing it for you while she's here, and then it goes right back to Aunt Sherry. This is from my good friends Bob and Brad. If you've watched my channel before, you know I am a Bob and Brad fangirl. They're physical therapists. They have a channel on YouTube. You should check them out. They have so many helpful products because of their physical therapy background. They're able to design products that can truly make a difference for people who have aches and pains. I know some of you in my audience do have health problems and health limitations. Their products are really high quality. So this is their back massager. Comes packaged in a nice box like this. I've already tried it out, and Aunt Sherry's trying it out and can attest to the fact that it's helping her. So she has a lot of back pain. She has lower back pain. I have her sleeping in my reclining chair, which has heat massage, but it's mostly hitting the top of her back. So this is helping to hit the bottom of her back, and this is like a shiatsu massager. So you can strap it over you, or you can strap it on the back of your chair, and you can set it right where you want it. It has a long cord, but you can, I don't have somebody to help me film. If I did, I would film myself with this behind my lower back. That's what I'd like to show you. But picture this in the lower part of my back. It fits right in there, and it heats, but heat is optional. So you can have the heat, or you don't have to have the heat. You can modify the intensity of the massage. So you can use the button to turn it on, or you can use the remote. So you hit this, and you can adjust whether or not it has heat, what the mode is. You see these little gadgets moving around. Just imagine what that feels like on your back. So if you've ever had a chair massage, like when you go to get a pedicure, this is stronger and better than that. You can see how close the little balls or the massagers are to the surface. It's not as far back as the chairs when you go to get your pedicure. I find this feels much better. It's easier for me to take the remote, and I can change it whether I want heat. So I just put the heat on, and then I can change the intensity, which I'm going to take back out to show you. See, when it's red, the heat's on. When it's blue, the heat's not. So you have a visual indicator. And then let's see if you can see it speed up. So you can change the mode, how these work, and you can change the intensity. And then you can turn it off. But it also has a 15-minute built-in timer, like an automatic shut-off. So I think that's fantastic. If you or anybody that you know suffers from chronic pain, chronic back pain, they do a really good job with their products. I'll have the link below. I'd love for you to check them out. So the second thing I'm going to tell you about, I'm circling back on. I think that it's important to circle back on things that we love and let you guys know if it's still working for me, if I'm still liking it, how things are holding up. So I wanted to revisit my Teddy Blake Vero Croco bag. This is in chocolate brown, and it's their 14-inch Vero Croco bag. I love this pattern. I think this is so me. So I have the strap, I have the handles, and look at the two pockets on the side. This gives you the whole interior to put your objects. with 2 really large side pockets. So I've been using this for quite a few months. I'm trying to remember when I first brought it to you, but it is holding up very well. Snaps on the side. It's got the beautiful Teddy Blake logo, but it's small. So Teddy Blake gives you high quality products for an affordable price. Their craftsmanship is superior to so many others on the market. So what Teddy Blake is about is they're about taking those same artisans who make your luxury bags like Chanel, like YSL, like Gucci, and they're making the same quality leather bags at a much more affordable price. Their selection changes out monthly, so every month there's new designs that are coming out. A lot of times they're similar to other things that are on the market, other bag designs that you might be interested in. You could probably dupe some of your favorite bags for a lot more affordable price point, but they're not designed necessarily to be a dupe. They're just high quality, very affordably priced, premium leather bags. So Teddy Blake uses the same craftsman who's worked in other places where they've developed high luxury brands, like some of those designers we've named. So they have the same skill set, they have the same fine quality, but they just don't tack on that extra price for the name. So if you're looking for a high quality leather bag that's premiumly stitched and dyed and crafted with unique styles that are more affordable, you really should go and check out the Teddy Blake site. None of my other purses are as high quality as this. So like my Michael Kors, my Coach, all of the other bags that are in my normal price point range that I would consider, a mid luxury bag, have the same quality as this one. You can just feel how soft the leather is. You can just tell that the quality is there, and it's genuinely going to hold up for you. They are having a big Valentine's Day sale right now, and I just wanted to share that with you. So I will have my code linked below, and when I got the purse the first time, some months ago, they did give me an affiliate code, which I imagine is still good. So I'm gonna link that for you, and if you do decide to check them out, I'd appreciate you using my link, but I don't think you'd be disappointed if you checked out these bags. They're beautiful. So I had talked to you in some other videos. I told you how I really couldn't do a foundation review because I couldn't get my face to be hydrated. The heater was really playing havoc with my skin. It was playing havoc with the integrity of my skin barrier. It was also just drying out my skin so much that no foundation looked good on it. Well, I've got my skin together, even with the heater on, thanks to a few products. So I switched out my Laneige cream skin, and I switched it out for this Ilia. So this is Ilia the Base Face Milk. This is thicker than Laneige, but kind of does the same thing. Can you see the consistency when I'm dropping it? It's still a toner, still gonna run down my hand if I put it up to the screen, but it's a little bit thicker in consistency. It's not like water. It has a thickness to it, but yet it's not like thick like a moisturizer. When you put this over your skin, I'll put the remnants on my hand after I use it on my face. You can feel instant hydration and instant smoothing, instant soothing. So this describes itself as a lightweight moisturizer barrier renewal complex. You use it twice a day after you cleanse, before your serums, and you just put it on your hand and you just pat it into your face. And underneath makeup, it plays perfectly with makeup. It plays perfectly with all of my skincare. It plays perfectly with any product that I'm putting on top of it. No pilling, no issues. It just gives you that beautiful foundation of moisture just to help you with any foundation. I loved the Laneige. I still love the Laneige, but I like this better. I don't know if I'll go back to Laneige. This is thicker, and so maybe the Laneige I'd use in the summer, but I don't think so. I think that for my super dry skin, that I'm just gonna replace the Laneige with the Ilia. So another favorite that I have this month is by In Beauty. This is Calm the Red Down. That is the name of it. This is a dual chamber product that has a serum component in one chamber. The white chamber is a serum component, which is going to soothe and provide nourishing ingredients that are going to restore your moisture barrier and help treat the redness. You have things that are going to actually get rid of the redness or treat the redness. So my favorite before this was my Arborian Red Correct, CC Red Correct. Holy grail, much repeated product. What made me want to try this is that it said it wasn't just like giving me soothing properties, it was actually going to treat my eczema, my rosacea. All of that will be treated with this. It's got ingredients that are going to help the redness go away, not just make it feel soothed. Then in the other chamber, this green chamber, you do have instant redness corrector. So like the Arborian, I'm going to be able to put a light green cast, and this also does not make my face look totally green, which other correctors do, and it's moisturizing and soothing. So you correct the redness with the white chamber, and then the green chamber is going to help you camouflage the redness. Instantly, as you apply it, it feels like a serum. It dries down completely, and it covers up your redness. So you're treating and color correcting in one container. This has been amazingly wonderful. I'm probably halfway through it, and I don't know if I'll go back to my Arborian. Maybe if I'm using some other skincare product and I just want to color correct, but I don't know. I'll give you another follow-up on this one also. But side 1 is your redness repair barrier treatment. Side 2 is your instant redness corrector. And I would say if you suffer from redness like I do, that this may be a product that you want to check out. So this month I had 4 new palettes. And out of all of them, this Natasha Denona Mini Eye Sculpt palette has been my favorite. And we all probably have these colors in our collection already. You have 2 of her silky matte formulas, and then you have 3 of her creamy matte formulas. This is just perfect for on the go, and we hear that a lot on YouTube videos. Oh, it's perfect for on the go, it's perfect for travel. This truly is. This is all I need, and I'm gonna throw in my Urban Decay Moon Dust, one of those shimmers, or one of the Mora shimmers, or one of the Patrick Ta duos. That and this, I am set. And I really don't always need a shimmer. Like, I have a work trip coming up. This will be what I take. This is what's on my eyes today, with a little bit of Urban Decay Moon Dust in the color Space Cowboy. Rides again on my lid. These are just such a beautiful color story. I mean, this really takes you in such a beautiful gradient. It's beginner friendly. You can't mess it up. The pigmentation is beautiful. These are pro level quality eyeshadows in this little mini pan for a more affordable price point. You're getting such high quality, and this black is so easy to work with. And I love that you have a blending shade. You have either this one or this one as a crease shade. You can build a beautiful gradient, or you can just use any of the shadows that you want. You can definitely sculpt and perfect and do a really cut out, nice, beautiful, exotic look, or such an easy, everyday look, which of course is what I prefer. And then if you want a little shimmer, you know, just take one of your favorite shimmers, which single shimmers, I'd suggest Urban Decay Moon Dust is one of my favorite formulas. The Mora single shimmers are also excellent and very affordable. This may not be an exciting color story, but it is a color story that can take you from day to night. You can smoke it out, and the quality, I don't think there's any duds in this. It is beautiful, high quality, and I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it over my NARS quad. I'm enjoying it over my Tom Ford quad. Yes, I'm enjoying it over this, which I have enjoyed. This is the Afterglow Tempting palette that NARS released as a limited edition. My everyday staples, and I have the Makeup by Mario nudes. I have Patrick Ta's nudes, all matte nudes, and I have the one by Vanessa Myricks. All are nice, but they're bigger. They have more selection, but I don't need all of those. This gives me everything I need right here. And no, it doesn't have a mirror. That would be the only thing lacking. This is great. I think it's great. I will say, 2 favorites. I still can't decide which one. So the new House Labs mascara and the new Gucci mascara. Le Magnetisme, and this is the This is the B Structural Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara. I feel like this does lengthen and volume. It's supposed to also condition your lashes, so over time they're less likely to break, which I appreciate. This is a drier formula than this, but this gives me more volume and more length, and it fans out my lashes and curls them. Neither of them smudge or flake during the day. They both make my lashes look better. This one, if you don't like a wet formula, you may not like this one, because like my Exaggerize from Charlotte Tilbury, sometimes I will get some transfer upon application on my upper eyelids because it's a wetter formula and because it is making my lashes hit. But after I wipe that off, I don't see any more flaking or any more smudging, and it's very easy to come off. This is also very easy to come off. This gives me no transfer even on application because it's a little bit drier of a formula. It's not a dry formula, but it's drier than this. The brushes are a little bit different. So I think what makes this one, what's making me pull for this one maybe a little bit more is this brush. And I think it has 217 bristles if I'm not mistaken. These bristles catch every eyelash, little or big. If you go back to my video, I have it in the title, and you look at that review, I don't even have it completely swiped and you see volume already. It is amazing. This one, you know, you have to put a coat like you normally do, but then I get really good effects on it. So I think it's just a matter of taste. I think these are both excellent, and I like them both better than my Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize, which I was also a fan of. Now, that's where we'll get into the one that I would say is a fail for me. That is the new Benefit Bounce Mascara. It's not terrible. Got a wand like this. It gives, you know, me a nice coat. I don't find that it's too wet. I don't find that it smudges. I don't find that it flakes. I just don't find that it gives me anything that any other mascara gives. Like anything doesn't give. I don't find that it gives me anything extra for the price. I would have to look at how much is in here. It's a little wider, but it's certainly smaller too. Not impressed. Like, I put this on and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It makes my lashes look a little bit better. Would I buy it again? No, there's too many other mascaras out there that do more. So while it's not bad, it's just not great. And there's, you know, drugstore products that cost much less that do more than this does. Again, no flaking, no smudging, no issues, just no wow factor whatsoever, in my opinion. I don't know if I have ever brought this up to you guys, but a favorite that I want to talk about is the Lume Whole Body Deodorant. I have a bunch of little ones. I travel with these when I travel for work. I have another work trip coming up, and so I ordered another pack of these little small ones. Literally, not that you'd want to not bathe for 72 hours, but literally you can wear this and for 72 hours you will not have odor on any of your parts, not your lady parts, and it's safe for your lady parts, it's safe for your little hiney, it's safe for underneath skin folds, underneath your arms. No odor. If I'm going through airports, okay, let's just have some real lady talk right now. I'm going through airports and I'm sweating and maybe I have a dress on, especially it's in winter, and I also have stockings on, keeping that area all cooped up and congested. Boarding planes, renting cars, all those things, back to the hotel. You're gonna still smell fresh as a daisy with this. It absolutely does everything it claims to do. It is so worth the money for me. And they have towelettes now, and they have wash. I just don't think that I'd want to be without this if I'm going to be having an active day, because I want to continue to smell fresh as a daisy. This is the toasted coconut. They have fragrance free, they have lavender, they have various scents. The unscented to me has a little bit of that unscented smell, you know, when you have no ingredients, no fragrance, no extra stuff added, that you smell the ingredients, I guess. And so it's not always, to me, I'd rather have a little bit of fragrance in it, but if you're fragrance averse, there is an unscented one. I like having a little fragrance because I find it smells better, but if you're just ever wondering if that's really worth it, if it really does what it says, in my opinion, it really does. And I would never travel without that. And I wear it for other occasions as well. Anything I'm going to do that's going to involve sweating or a lot of activity, I will be lumified. I have been wearing most of all this month the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Natural Dewy. This is a very old product. It has been around for years and years, I think since the 90s at least, and they have recently reformulated it. I got the reformulated version and I love it. I wore it today to the doctor with Aunt Sherry. I don't feel like I have too much showing. It is a tinted moisturizer, so it's not going to give you full coverage, really heavy coverage, but you will get enough coverage. And if you want to pair it with the new little pencils from Lisa Eldridge, you can get your broken capillaries and your little spots, and you can have a flawless face even with this. I will not call this a fail because it does what it says it's going to do as far as little spot correcting. But that is all this is meant for, is spot correcting. You have such a small amount of product here for the price that this is already almost used up. Now I have another one because I got 2 shades, and I have been using it because I want to be able to report back. I want to be able to let you know when it's completely empty and gone. It helps with this little vascularization on my nose, but it still comes through. But the capillaries don't. The capillaries, it pretty much covers them completely. It says to squiggle over any lines and that it will cover them. Now, I don't feel like this is waterproof. It claims to be waterproof, but after, using this for quite a while now, if I put it under my foundation to correct first, my foundation is going to move this product. So to me, that's not waterproof. I don't know what else you would consider waterproof. If I have my makeup on, my foundation, my base, whatever I'm using, and then I go in with this, I find it stays fairly well all day. So will I repurchase it again? I will not. So that would just be your choice. For me, it was not worth my spend. There were a lot of new blush releases this year, and I have picked up, I think, almost all of them, if not all of the one except Hermes. I did not pick that one up. It was sold out. I was going to try it. The YSL blushes have been very hyped. I got a couple of these. I think that my favorite shade is their 44. This is a shade that they have in other things. It's kind of one of their classic shades, like a classic nude, kind of lilac pink color. This has some iridescence in it, and it is very pigmented, as you can see. I like the formulation. It stays all day. I love the packaging, like who wouldn't? This is so beautiful and so luxe, but I do feel like for me, keep in mind I have a lot of texture, which I am working on with my Banish kit, but I do still have texture, and I do feel like if I put it right here where I have pores and an overemphasis of texture, that it will emphasize them. I do not have a matte shade, so I'm going to try a matte shade like this and see how the matte shade works. I imagine that without having the satin finish and that little bit of luminosity, it probably would not emphasize my texture as much. But if you don't have texture, these are beautiful. The Natasha Denona, I usually do not like her blush highlighter duos. I've had several. I've never liked one until now. I do actually like this one. I love the packaging. I love the mirror. I love that you can see the color of the product, even though, it's very fingerprinty, that you can kind of tell what shade it is if you have more than one by the cover. I wish all blushes would do that. I like the cream formulation. I think it works really well. I use the highlight for me as a blush topper because I'm so pale, but I can actually get away with this one as a highlight. I'm going to probably do a demonstration for you when I do a blush roundup. I'm going to do a video just on ranking all of these new blushes. But this is her high blush. So I would say that these two, and I have about 8 blushes, that these two have been what I've been trying the most this month. I have not been finding myself pulling for the NARS blushes that I got in the Valentine's Day collection. Now, I have been using the Glossier Black Cherry blush in the Cloud Paint. I didn't think that I would because it looked a little bright. I mean, you only need the tiniest drop because the pigment is kind of deep but I actually really like it. I like the shade on my cheek. I like the way it looks. And I think we're gonna have a lot of cherry releases. I think that's like on trend right now, is cherry releases. Cherry this, cherry that. I even got a cherry fragrance. So this is Whipped Cherry by Clean Reserve. I got just a little one because I wanted to try it first, and I do like it. It doesn't have a lot of projection. It doesn't last a long time for me, but I really do like the way it smells. All right, last, we're gonna talk about my favorite eyeshadow palette right now. I have two, but one I'm gonna show you in a spring makeup video. I've been pulling for this Natasha Denona palette. Now, this is Natasha Denona's mini eye sculpt palette, and I know you guys have seen this, so I did not do a separate video because I was having all those issues with my eyes watering, with my allergies. I'm like, demonstrating eyeshadow looks right now is not really going to work too good. But this is just the perfect, you know, perfect little palette for traveling, for everyday. I take this and I pair it with one of my Urban Decay Moon Dust toppers. That's what I have on my eyes today. And I feel like this black is so super friendly for beginners to use. I don't think you need to have a lot of skill. The black builds up beautifully. It's perfect as a liner, but it is not hard to work with. And I just think these are staples that everybody should have in their collection. I think for traveling, my next work trip, which is at the end of February, I'm taking this and probably my Urban Decay Moon Dust single shimmer or one of my Patrick Ta duos, and that'll probably be it. The other thing, last thing that I'm going to tell you before I tell you what I'm testing, I really want to just emphasize this. I don't know if I've showed it in videos, plenty videos before, but I don't know if I've expressed how much I love this. This is the Master Eye Prep and Set for Your Eyes by Mario. It comes in different shades. So you have like a light, medium, dark shade. This is for setting your eyes. Now, you don't need an eye primer unless you have oily lids to keep your makeup on. And there's MAC Paint Pot, and there's so many other things. But I like that you can take these two colors and you can blend them, whether you get the light or the medium or the dark, whatever your skin tone is, and you can really get your perfect shade. Because sometimes I want a lighter base for my eyeshadow, and sometimes I want one that's gonna match my skin tone better. And sometimes I want it to be lighter and brighter than my actual skin tone. And you can achieve that with these, and they come with the powder to set them, and they come with a really nice mirror. But the other thing is that they are so opaque that I can cover up all my veining. And since I'm starting to get older, my veining is really getting bad. It's very prominent on my lids. And without a primer, you're going to see so much blue, pink discoloration that if I'm gonna put on eyeshadow, I better set it and put a primer down first so that you could really see the beauty of the shadows without all that veining. This is great at correcting that. If you don't have a favorite and you have a lot of veining on your eyes, I would really, really highly recommend this one. I am testing the Peter Thomas Roth Peptide Skin Injection Kit. I have the moisturizer, the Peptide Skin Injection Hydrogel patches, which are supposed to keep you from needing like Botox or decrease the time between Botox injections. Now, I can't test that for you because I don't get Botox. But they say you can put it right here, you can put it under your eyes, and you can kind of prevent some of those dynamic wrinkles that you get from expression. So I have been using them, but I haven't been using it enough to tell you my thoughts yet. I've also been testing the Peptide Skin Injection Fill and Fix Under Eye Cream. This is supposed to help get rid of dark circles, and it's supposed to help when you start having your under eyes really carved out, and you know, I have so much less collagen under here now. I have tried all of these magic claiming creams and lotions and potions by Peter Thomas Roth in the past, and I've never really been wowed. There's one that I like. I need to revisit that with you guys, but we'll see. If it has all these claims that sound too good to be true, usually they are, but every once in a while one surprises you, so I like to take one for the team and just try them out. And I would say that the jury's still out on this. I can't really say yet. I want to test it for another month and see. I'll probably just go through those containers and then report back to you guys. So that's all that I have for you today. What's coming up? We have a couple of skincare device reviews that I'm excited to share with you, and I have some more makeup releases. I want to do a blush roundup because now I have about, I don't know, 9 blushes that have been released this year, so I want to rank them for you. And I will say, you guys saw my video on the Anastasia Beverly Hills new release, new foundation. I do really like this one. The reason that this is my go-to is because I like a more lightweight coverage. That's all. I wore this to my son's shower. So they had their baby shower, and this is what I chose to wear because it was very skin perfecting. So yes, I do like it. I just don't prefer that level of coverage for every day. So that would make this more my preferred coverage for every day. But for a special occasion, this is really turning out fabulous. So you can look back and see that review if you want to. Thank you guys for being with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments. I was a little delayed in comments, and Sherry is staying with me this week. Had the shower, some family obligations, so I won't always be slow to respond to comments because I appreciate all of you, and I especially appreciate the comments. If you're still here, drop me a little heart emoji, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to give Aunt Sherry back her product from Bob and Brad so she can put it behind her back, and then I'll edit. Don't forget to check out the Teddy Blake site. Just go check it out. I want you to see what I'm seeing. All the beautiful bags and designs. New designs come out every month. They have classic ones, trendy pieces. This is just such a high quality purse. I get compliments on it everywhere that I go, and it just holds up so nicely. I just think that if you ever do want to splurge on yourself, this would be a purse that you'd want to splurge on. And they're having a great big Valentine's Day sale. So check out my link below and go visit them. Thank you all again. I love you all. I appreciate you all so much. Sometimes your comments are really the highlight of my day, and that is so honest. Thank you for being here. Go and take care of Aunt Sherry. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's not